Okay. Okay, I have to remember how to do some things. How to do some things because as you can see, Seiku's back. Seiku's back in the building. so hence I did the fireworks for myself, blew up a little fireworks, and I was trying to figure out how to get back to my usual container, this container here. So here I am. All right, folks. Ah, I'm back. I'm back. So first things first, it is still November. It's still November, and so hence I am still rocking the marathon medal. The marathon medal. Right? Right? I'm gonna be rocking this until the end of December. Or end of wait a minute. Is it no it's December already? Oh well. Well, I'm just gonna be rocking this until the end of December. In December, here on the show at least. We rock and show here on the show for those times when I pop in because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I want to talk about that for a second. That time, yeah. Let me just jump into that. So first of all, it is it is a rare thing for you to hear that you're going for 1% of something that everyone has done, right? That you're doing something that 1% has of the world has ever done. But once you've done it, you start hearing that's a lot. You start hearing a lot that you've done something that only 1% of the world has done. Think about that. 1% of the world. That's incredible. That's incredible. And what I've experienced about it is it doesn't seem like that big a deal. I mean, I know it's a big deal, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't seem like that big a deal from the inside. But as you encounter people, you hear them talking themselves out of their progress in the same area. You know what I mean? Like you can hear people talk to themselves through you about how I can never do that. Or I can never do that. I could do this, I could do that. I've run a half marathon a number of times, but I can never do two marathons, two half marathons to equal one marathon. I'm like, what are you talking about? You've done half marathons. You've done multiple half marathons. Surely you can do a full marathon put together. And I've run into that so many times where people have have cut themselves off from their own glory. Ooh, there it is. Cut themselves off from their own glory that they could achieve themselves if they would just free themselves of their shackles and let themselves run. Free themselves from their shackles and let themselves run. So that is one of the hidden lessons I've learned from the marathon because I've heard so many people say so many things like that back. And I realized that all they need to do is let go. Let go. Especially the people who are running already, who've been running races already, just let yourself go. Just let yourself go. All right, so that said, let me say what's up to the people in the chat. Hey, Fee King. There we go. Thank you. Good morning, Linda from the mountains of California. Good morning, Simone. All right. Thank you guys for checking in live with me. So I have done a little bit. I talked a little bit about the marathon a little bit, and let's see what I want to talk about from there because I wasn't really ready. She gave me some advice. She said that I need to do some exercises beforehand. So I did a few light little exercises, but I didn't do a full run. So I'm not fully myself yet. But I wanted to shift into the dice because I haven't been doing that for a while because I've been playing the old shows. Well, let me not say that. I have not been playing the old shows. Rev Mel has been playing the old shows, but I have been fascinated with these old shows. I can't tell you how much I've been fascinated with these old shows. And partly it's because my partial amnesia, meaning that I don't remember some of the shows until I start hearing them. And then like I remember like a second or two above the point of the show. And then I remember like, oh wow. So I'm learning it with you. And one of the shows really hit me today. What was it yesterday? Well, anyway, it was a story about me going on a race, and it was so good. I just got to tell it again. Hopefully you missed it, but I just got to tell the story again. So I was going on a run with Black Men Run, and we were running with another group, East Nasty, I believe, and they were fast, and they were so fast that I lined myself up with the slowest possible group. The slowest possible group. Like after this group, there were no more places to run. It's like this group and everyone else. That's it, right? And this is who I lined up with. And I saw lots of folks that I knew, felt like I could have fun with, and all that. And we were chit-chatting. We were chit-chatting like, hey, you want to do it? Yeah, you want to do it? So we were chit-chatting. And then I saw Russell, and he lined himself up with one of the fastest groups out there. One of the fastest groups out there. And just in case you don't understand what I mean, like what they would do is they would hold up a sign. They would hold up a sign that would say like the mile splittage for that group. So 6 miles to 7 miles. I think that's too big, but 6 miles, 6.5 miles. So in that range. Anyway, Russell went and ran with a very fast group. And I didn't do that, at least at first. I was content to stick with the very slowest group. Like this group was 10 and up and greater than that. Whatever you are, if you're greater than that, that's your running group. So I was content with that group until I saw he was pushing himself, and I was like, "Oh man, let me try a little bit." So I went out there. I started running with another group, and man, I still remember it now that I've been my memory has been rejiggered by seeing it. I still remember this group behind me, and they were just chilling. They were just just chilling. They were talking about what they're doing for the weekend, what they're going to do for the weekend, and they were running fast. I'm talking about fast, and I finally had to let them go. I had to let them go. I had to step back and let them go because they were just annoying me too much. And after I let them go, I kept my eye on them, but they ran it fast. And this is what I wanted to share that's different than what I shared last time I told the story. Well, let me finish the story. So in case you missed it, I took 3 different walk breaks, 3 really big, really strong walk breaks. I remember there was this woman out there sprinkling her lawn. And she said, "You're not there yet, buddy. You're not there yet." I was like, "Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Mind your business. Mind your business. What are your lawn? And it was just me talking to talk to at that time. And she's like, "Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. You can catch him." I was like, "Oh, man." And so I walked, and I was like, all right. So I ran a little bit more. But anyway, the point is, I had 3 significant walk breaks, like really big walk breaks. I'm not talking about like a little bit. I'm talking about really big walk breaks. Anyway, I took these walk breaks, and one of the members of East Nasty, as she was running by, said, "So close." Now I was running uphill, right? I remember this clearly now. I was running uphill, and a woman had just passed me with her baby carriage, and I was like, oh, man, she just come running by with her baby carriage, checking her watch with one hand and pushing with the other hand. I was like, man, I was ready to at that point find an Uber. I really was. I really was ready to just find Uber, just go take an Uber back to my car, and just that be it. Anyway, right after she went by, these two women from East Nasty came by, and they said, "So close." And I looked around to see if there was anyone else they could be talking to. I was like, it was just me. I was like, "So close?" I said in response to see if they would respond back. I said, "So close?" And they said, "Yeah, so close." I was like, "Oh, wow. Well, if I'm very close, maybe I can just make it for the last little bit, right? Just for the last little bit, I'll come across clean, right? I'll come across fighting." So I picked up my pace. I followed them for as long as I could until they disappeared in the distance early off until I could see them disappear off into the hinterlands, right? They just went, and I couldn't keep up with them. But I kept their idea of being so close to the finish line. I kept that though. So every time there were a lot of turns. After the uphill part, there were a lot of turns. And and I had not checked the route beforehand. After I made a turn, I'd be like, okay, well, must be after that one. Oh, must be after that one. Oh, must be after that one. Oh. And let me tell you, it was not close. It was not close. Those women lied to me. They did. They lied to me. But that lie got me to merit my energy, and nothing else changed. Like everything was changed. Like all the things that were against me were still against me, but just that one twist of mind, that one thing of thinking that is so close made the difference. Okay, so let me just finish this up. I was able to run despite having three huge walk breaks. I don't want you to go away not understanding that the walk breaks were huge, big walk breaks. Right, so I had these three huge walk breaks, and I had my fastest 5K in a row. My fastest 5K in a row. Can you imagine? Despite the fact that I had these huge walk breaks, because keeping up with them, keeping up with that group was so fast. It carried me so much faster than I would be normally, that even though I had to run faster to catch up with them, they brought me faster than I would have run even with the walk breaks. Even with the three walk breaks, I was still my fastest run. I was so amazed. I was so amazed. I didn't even check my time until later that night because I was like, oh, I know it's gonna be terrible. And then when I finally checked, I was like, oh my God. I did that just because I was around people who I knew could do more, who could do better, right? And so, two things I want to say out of this. One, I said already, if you saw this pattern repeat before, you saw a story, you heard me say this, that you improve yourself by being around people who are doing better. Like, you don't have to talk to them. The only talking we did was I heard this group behind me talking about their breakfast plans, right? And I let them go. But I didn't have any real conversations with people, right? But inevitably, because they were running faster, I was running faster without even realizing it. I was running faster. So that's number one. And number two, oh wait, did I just lose number two? I got excited about number one so much. Oh shoot, I forgot number. I forgot. I just had it too. All right, so I'll keep up. All right, so maybe it'll come back to me. All right. So while we're doing that, uh, shout shout out to shout out to Simone. Thank you, thank you, and and yes, Feed King, laughing at me, laughing at those folks I was chasing. I really wanted to tell what this thing was though. Oh man. All right, well, hopefully it'll come back to me. Hopefully it'll come back to me. All right. So it's time for the dice numbers. You've been missing this if you've been doing this with me. If you've been doing this with me, you've been missing this because we've been showing the older shows. So you haven't been doing this. So you've had some time off. You've had some time off. All right? You've had some time off. It's now time for you to get your money together and get it moving. Okay? All right. So here we go. Ah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. First day back, one. So easy day for all of us. Just move $1 out of your check-ins and savings and move it into a place where you can easily invest it. I hesitated there because I was thinking about the fact that if you move it into a new savings account, like say you create your own savings account for this purpose, you've got to be mindful of moving your money, and you've got to be willing to move your money despite all else, right? You've got to be able to move your money when going is rough and going is not rough. You know what I mean? So if everything else in your life is going great, all the money's come in from all the places, it's great, right? But you've got to be able to do that when the money's not so great. You got to be willing and able to move the money when it's not so great. So sometimes you have to move the money out of that account more quickly than others. Like say for sometimes you might say, all right, when that account gets up to $500, I'll take the money out and invest it, right? Well, there might be sometimes when you might get to $138, $138, and you need to transfer that money out. Because if you don't, and you leave that money in there, you're going to still use that money for an emergency. And let me tell you, no matter what happens out here, the only real emergency is not investing for your future. Because we've learned this together. Oh, this is a good time for that antidote. So what's the reminder? Let's see. If you're ignorant, you keep money. Oh, what is it? You keep spending money for yourself, right? And if you keep, you keep spending money, and then you keep saving money, you maintain yourself as middle class. Middle class can be fun because you keep spending money, you keep having fun, and you look like to all the world you've got everything you've wanted, but that's not it. And then the most important thing is to invest. Like that's where you've got to be. That's where you've got to become. You've got to get to a place where you are fundamentally fundamentally investing of every seed. This is a tiny little bit, just a tiny little bit of money. Just take a little bit out and invest it, because that money will soon become the money that's gonna take care of you. Give it 5 years. 5 years, but you got to stack your money now so that you can get there in 5 years. Okay. So, all right. So, thank you. Thanks, being King. There it is. $1. Here we go. $1 right there. All right. So transfer your money out of your checkings or savings and save it for the big time. Save it for the big time. Because I'm telling you, it doesn't seem like much. $1 doesn't seem like much, but once you add that dollar in, it's going to add to the other dice roll challenge, and it's going to add up and add up, and it's going to keep adding money. So that is my gift for you. All right. Good morning. Good morning, Margaretta. Thank you for, I assume for you talking about me being blessed, I hope. So thanks. And let me get that. How do I get that down from there? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think I'm good. I mean, I really wanted to remember what I want to say regarding the funny group. Man, I was really hoping it was come back. Well, maybe it'll come back tomorrow. Yikes. Maybe I need to be back on chat again tomorrow. Yikes. Yikes. But hopefully you are getting something from me as I tune in live. I gotta say that this process has been a little harried because I've been scared. I've been scared because my voice isn't what it used to be, and my movings around haven't been as well as I thought they should be, considering I had a show for so long. So I mean, I've had some going back and forth with Rev Mel. So today was an experiment. So you let me know how you think I did in the chat. You let me know if you feel like it's time for one. Just put a Y in the chat and let me know. And if not, we can go back to watching the throwbacks, because throwbacks have been great. I mean, I've been learning so much. So I hope you have too. All right. Well, I think that's it. I really wish I could remember what I wanted to say about the group. I can't remember what I had to say about it, but whatever. Maybe, like I said, I'll remember by tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Linda. I want to put up what she said. Thanks, Linda. I greatly appreciate it. And all right. I guess I'm gonna go early today because I can't think of what I wanted to say. So keep doing, be a hero, and remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. All right, Ashe. All right, folks. I can't think of whatever else it was, so I guess I will see you maybe mañana. All right, let's see. I said all that before and I wasn't ready. So let me see if I get it. Oh, wait, do I still have time? Yeah, I still got time. I forgot I wanted to show this video really quickly. This is a presentation that's semi-random. Like sometimes the phones put things in your phone that can be seen, right? You know what I mean? Like sometimes with the new phones, they'll just say, "Hey, there was a lot of activity on this day. Let me just show the owner of that activity." So let me see if I can show it to you now. Yeah. Okay. So this is this day that was literally the day before the marathon. And this and some of the things that were going on there. So let me see if I can show it to you. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. And these are photos back of me back in Nashville. Yeah, I'm gonna close it out. So it's interesting how you can see all that you've got going on in a short period of time because your phone and your footage is keeping track of all that. So that's what was going on. And the day right before my first day of my first marathon. Remember, it's 1%, y'all. It's 1%, but don't fight the 1%. If you've got what it takes to get to 1%, go ahead, let's get it. All right. So now I think I'm ready. All right. So keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. Remember that now is better than perfect. I'll see you next time. Later. Oh, wait. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Here's the right one. Wait, hold on.